Alright, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and keep going with this. Hopefully, we can actually get the ending tonight, as long as it doesn't require me to do this run like a half dozen more times or some shit. But let's go ahead and do this.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Just making sure. Okay, silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Proceed to cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely...
Enter basement. Like, the narrator stuff gets a little bit tiring.
The door to the basement How many times do I have to tell you?
Okay.
But I don't think you're actually dangerous, but I want to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure there are reasons they're keeping you down here. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way.
We already
you make your
know
way
it's
to the
locked.
bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier. Fine.
Okay, we've done all this already. We'll try to slay.
There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you.
I don't know
If I
yet.
have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Like, I have a few ideas, but I don't know exactly. I haven't decided which yet.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
Maybe. I've done that as like a filler game every once in a while. I might do that.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay
I need to start
her escape
practicing
from
it
this
again
place.
anyway.
If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh shit, so we got the witch now.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end
I haven't
of that
fully
path
mastered
is
it.
a
Like,
cabin.
I have a preferred groove, which is
And
A
in the
groove.
basement of that cabin is a princess.
And none of the characters I really use truly benefit from roll canceling, so I haven't put as much time into that as I want to do.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
I mean, they didn't remove a ton from the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I know they tweaked a few things. I think due to the backlash that whatever the GameCube version of it was, EO version removing stuff like roll canceling didn't go over well. I don't think that they're going to do that.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Like, some of these options I wish would get grayed out, because it's like we already know we're looping, so like why would I continue to do this? Like, I know there's a separation between like player knowledge and character knowledge, but like some of this shit feels like I'm never gonna click it, because it's just gonna reiterate something I already know.
Before you go any further, she will lie.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry. You can trust us to get the job done. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognize the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Technically, I think I would call this just a visual novel.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh,
Descend the basement
I
steps,
feel like the internet
entering the
likes
dark
this
room
version.
below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. Get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk about it? I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here should be trusted, it's you. Shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work here. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
I haven't decided yet.
Seems to me
I don't
like
think
she's
you
offering
can,
a mutually
I don't think you can
beneficial
actually kill her
arrangement.
until the
You should
third
take it.
round anyway.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Sorry about last time. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I didn't bring my blade down, remember whom? Your own. Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out here? I don't trust you. Chains didn't stop you last time.
Of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Sorry about last time. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
It seems weird that this is the form that we get after we attempted to kill her, but not by our own free will, as compared to like some of the other ones.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take.
Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh shit, okay, so we can take her out at any point in the chapters. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
The voice feels small, distant as you approach. Sounds as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you never see what's in it. You're withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that this is the end, that once we finish this, I'm going to kill you, right?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. Yeah, I mean, I do appreciate you recommending this, though, Ops. Like I said, it'd been on my list for a while, but I'm always weary of visual novels because they can always be really hit or miss. Not really. It all seems distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or the other in this matter. Just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I... Remain silent.
You are what brings me meaning. Know that the pain of your journey will subside in due time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Can't stand... How can you stand to be a contradiction? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more do I need to bring
We
you?
will know when we near our destination.
Because we brought her 3 already.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the...
Anything new? Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way.
Proceed to cabin. Fuck it, take blade.
You take the blade from...
Go to basement. Continue
Good.
down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Haven't decided yet.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh, no talking then, fine. That makes
I'm
sense.
probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have,
Okay, we've done this. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remove blade, check pulse. You're right. She's dead. All of these seem like really bad options. Because I feel like if I take the blade out, she's going to come back to life. I feel like if I check the pulse, she's just going to pull the blade out and stab me. I feel if I leave her, she's just going to get up and she's going to stab me. Fuck it, check
You
pulse.
lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
Like, if we hadn't died to her in this form multiple times already, I wouldn't have probably checked. I might have just believed the
I
narrator.
won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor, okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. If you do,
Proceed to cabin.
a warning before you go. She will lie. He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Did you get this one, Ops?
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second, now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from
Thank you
below
for the gift.
has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
What the fuck is she this time?
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
See, we already know that she changes based on what we did the last turn, so usually whenever we betray her, she's pissed off at us. So I don't trust her, so do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
Oops.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being suspicious right now. Can you just talk things through? I don't have a key. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do this again. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out? Okay, fine, I'm coming over to free you. You better not try anything. Approach the princess. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye, turn and leave. Screw it, slay the princess. That's exactly what happened.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
See, I don't like that we can't see your hands. I like to trust you, but you're being suspicious right now. Can we just talk this through? Killed each other last time. Look, I know you're mad, but I think we can let bygones be kind. Okay, what if we both be honest?
That doesn't sound like me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
If I come close to you, just like to trust you, you're being suspicious right now. I feel like we're just going in circles if I just keep confronting her like this, but might as well.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while
Okay,
he gets
so
to
we
wave
are a
one
bird.
around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Yeah, it is definitely nicer, especially compared to like some of the other stuff I've played recently.
I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
What's also really nice is that I don't have to worry about TikTok flagging my stream for bullying because I'm reading text on screen.
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Come closer, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Okay, fine, I'm coming close to you. For you better not try anything. Approach the princess. Yeah, but turn and leave. Screw it, slay the princess. I know you have a knife. You drop it. Fine, drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Like, at this point, I would just start picking up rocks and chucking them at her, because, like, I don't trust that she keeps her hands behind her back. Can we just talk things through? I don't have a key. Rather not do that again. Because I don't want to just go with the option that just says, screw it, slay the princess.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she
Okay.
pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
What if you're just hiding it somewhere secret? If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Killed each other.
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Coming closer for you, better not try anything.
Of course I won't.
Against your better judgment,
Shit.
I don't like the way you said within arm's reach. You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Knew it.
Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first. Then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Hehe.
You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
You're going to die now.
The fuck?
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The arms race. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and
Okay.
battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces.
Oh, we
We're
got
better
broken
off
back
just sitting
again.
up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things
Some
up,
of this
didn't
stuff I do
you? It's like
kind of
you
wish
can't
they
even see
would
reality
change.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering
Jesus.
is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. I kind of want to do that one just to see what happens. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. We're going to fight her, and we're going to have to we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. We can't hurt, or she can't hurt us unless we let ourselves feel it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Huh. All these ideas suck. Think something better.
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers
Oh,
you.
fuck. Okay.
Ow. What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us.
Yeah, like, that seemed like the right answer. Like, I kind of wish I dropped a save, because now I would just check flirting just to see what would happen.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead,
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
We fight her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority. That's easy. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Flirt. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs and your consciousness sneaks from life to life, holding only snippets of conflict and that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape.
This is giving me the
That's not how
vibes
this
of when we
works.
fought Hers the Fury.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right.
One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Wait, there's 4 chapters. I think that's the first time we've reached a 4th chapter.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Oh, great. We got him back again.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait, and not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
What do you mean?
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Yes, behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. All right, what just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You don't act. You don't act, and yet another. Well, you don't act, and yet though that in action, and yet through that inaction, you move. Your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and the flow, the shifting of tides back and forth between you two. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what is to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Whoops. Since you reach towards the glass, it's time for you to see what's in it. The remains. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you think that there's anything real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? Yeah, at first I thought it was the guy from Stanley Parable, but it's not. At least I don't think it is.
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Okay. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves. It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
So I don't know what this does. You raise your will and end your life, but as it buries into the space in your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently plucks the instrument from your hand.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Okay, so I can't. Ready to go back.
Next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Okay, so I only need to do this run one more
here,
time.
Waiting for you.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Have you considered that maybe the only reason Lynch seems kind of... Forget it. Continue the cabin.
You make your...
Proceed to the cabin. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Yeah, the music for this
creaks
is really good.
revealing a staircase.
Whenever I was playing this yesterday, I brought up that the music for the Fury stage was like really good. I think I'm here to slay you. Here to save.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of these chains could be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Okay.
What is your name? Have we asked her that before? What is your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So Princess is your name.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs,
Get the blade and slay her before it's too late.
Seen a while. What have you been eating? I don't know anything. For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason. It's to end the world. Let's go with this. We haven't done this option at all. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here. It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold you very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all you want is to... so all of that was just an act. You're not really innocent and harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep. Just ignore her.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Where is she?
There's no point in even barricade. I just realized the door opens at, like, inward, so there was no point in even barricading it because it's not like the fucking table actually stopped anything.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Yeah, apparently not.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
I love how TikTok treats the chat.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
Oh no, it doesn't seem to mod out bad words. It seems to mod out just words. Like, I forget what it is. Like, I actually, Ops, if you're still in my Discord, at the very bottom of the channel, you can find a room called TikTok Censored Me, and it's where everyone's posted stuff that TikTok hasn't allowed them to say during the stream.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Like, half of the reason my stream is formatted the way it is because if you say something that it won't post, you can still see it on your end, but it won't display on my screen. And that's how people realize whenever the app is censoring them versus if I'm, like, just ignoring your statement or if I haven't seen it.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay,
You're
sort
on
the
a path
nightmare.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Getting a terrible sense of... Okay, yep. So we've already done this. Let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth
it's
wood
the
of the
same
walls
cabin for
almost
once.
featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
Corner of the room, a pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement door.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
You don't see anything about the mirror on the wall.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I
don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours. You cross over the threshold and onto a
this is
series
different.
of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Going to talk to her. We need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being so pessimistic about it. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down this. Just because I'm curious.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
This game is just basically intrusive thoughts, the game. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of shit that I've just kind of wanted to do just to see.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what she could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
Oh, yeah. Like, it gives me, like, very strong Stanley Parable vibes, if you've ever played that. Like, the narrator is pretty kind of the same way in that.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
What the fuck is she this time?
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
Oh, she's adult, okay.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
She isn't attacking us.
Liver,
Why?
nerves, heart.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
Lungs, liver,
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen.
heart, lungs,
That isn't my fault.
liver,
It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now.
liver,
Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
lungs, liver, nerves.
What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happens after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. Can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, we can at least turn off the whole organ shutting down situation. How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. I'm not doing anything. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try to kill you. So do your worst.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on.
You're on a path in the...
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
I mean, if there's a way to just keep her still there, I'm gonna go with
We
that.
can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong. It's a good question. How many times have we been here? Oops. What if we don't get to the cabin? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can we make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do.
You do nothing. You can't just do nothing. You have to do something. That's a new one. Huh. Do you think it'll work? No. Nothing ever works. Boo. You're the worst one.
He's not the one who got us into this mess.
At least I keep you breathing around her. See? That's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries.
Who cares? All of you just yap about nothing.
And that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half.
Great.
And that's why you're not the top.
I want to see what nothing does for us. And right now all of you aren't letting nothing happen.
Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. You need me, and you need to not have them.
Have we gotten cold before?
Get you killed by himself? Oh, all of us have gotten all the rest of us killed at one point or another. That's hardly even a concern now. As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and the more time you spend waiting, the harder it will be to sharpen your focus when you need it. I wonder what we look like right now. Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity. My point exactly.
Proceed to the cabin. Continue to
You
do
have
nothing.
already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Feel disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back. The deck is stacked.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
Can you make sense of
There's
them?
nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question, how many times you all been here?
Many times.
It feels like we've been here forever.
Same.
But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before. This is some... You don't seem to remember being here at all, as I'm here those other times. Did someone else make this decision? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off.
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then I couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment?
Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares?
Be right back, everyone. Okay, I am back, everyone. Sorry for that delay. But let's see.
They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what
Oh,
we
thank
do,
you.
because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Feel disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
So much for trying to wait it out.
Way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth.
So is this just because it's the last form, or is this actually based on the
Just
choices I've
walk
made?
up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
If I do, I'm just gonna play it through. I'll probably play through it again on my, free time. If you want, you can DM it to me, just so it doesn't spoil
They
anything
are
in the chat.
delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
Or you could just give up.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
Appreciate it.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
That's definitely how I feel with, like, mouthwashing, too. Again, I think it doesn't give you as much freedom as this, but I really think you would enjoy it.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things? I hope this works better than nothing did. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Oops, I keep accidentally hitting right click.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss.
It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take me away. And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. So the only thing I can do is just take her hand and set her free. I don't want to fucking do that. I literally want to do nothing.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even.
I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess exhausted slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Okay, so this is just another outcome. I thought maybe this would be like one of the endings you get. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden, and its mysterious remains unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refuse... Oh, you refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then another crack forms. Okay. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if you'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when the pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will you help if I look away and stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? I wasn't supposed to see all of this, was I? What is this place? Where are you? Destroy the mirror. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you part of me? You are the one that wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Okay, so I have a limited number. In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. I thought... Who made me? What am I? So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to meet you. What are you? Are you something like me? Every time I ask you something,
she is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die.
so you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Is this all just going to be a metaphor for me dying or something? Or trying to save a loved one? If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is this existence any better than death, or even different? So is she just a representation of change and he's stagnation, or is she actually...
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Why did you make her a princess? Of all things, why is she a princess? Why wouldn't she be an ant or a of soggy bread? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept if neither of us leave this place? Does this work? Can you just stay here together and leave the people out there alone?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
What would it be like to live in a world without her? Kind of like that one. She's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be. Can't I just will her into something small? Met you many times. Have you been the same? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? How did you die? Why did you make her into a princess? Of all things, why is she a princess? Why wouldn't she be an ant or slice? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you. Are you a part of me, or are you something else? Why couldn't I told me all this from the beginning?
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
One of my lives you doubted yourself, but
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
So many questions. Does it hurt? A piece of you break. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. What do you mean, single intrusive thought that could intensify, extend a little?
Simple, really. She can become whatever people perceive her to be. That's easy. I'll just will her into something really small. But wait, what if I accidentally will her into something that ends the world? Oh no, what if just thinking that... But you wouldn't have finished your hypothetical thought, because she would have already destroyed the world. Luckily for you, as you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, the vast nascent, the vast and nascent God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can
Oh, is this going to
finally
age restrict me?
and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know what the echo did? Did you hear us?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm trying to remember, there's like a Greek statue that looks like this, and I'm trying to remember what it is. It might be Mesopotamian, I can't remember. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, the entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you are always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? Yeah, I agree with you. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it, slay the princess. If I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave, where to go.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Holy shit, okay.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality in solitude and thrust it on creation?
Appeal to your shared humanity. Speak about life and death and change the stagnation. But this isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject her. I won't engage with violence. Remain silent.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
This torrent of blades cuts you for boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive, dead, alive, dead, all at once.
You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I did rise far above you, and I am far above you still. I will destroy you now, and I destroy you. Address the vessel statement directly. Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. This has always been about us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me. Argue your independence. Reject her perspective. I won't engage in violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But breaking is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
There can be love and conflict and beauty and willingness between without bringing the whole into the picture. Address the vessel statement directly. Shared humanity.
We are the whole of reality. A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
No, I'm just gonna keep doing that.
There is only room for one of us to be drawn to you, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful, eternal, but ever-changing.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things that you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning in the existence. I'm going to I have to fight for a better world. I'm sorry, slay the princess. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist, slay the princess. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you. Everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you. I can do this. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help? I thought the voices weren't allowed here. I thought you all died. Whenever I looked in the mirror.
It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing all right on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
It's just you and me.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Enter the
No blade
basement.
It is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Just gonna drop a save, just in case, like if I lose power or some shit.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
So good to finally see you again. I'm sorry for all the times I've hurt you. I don't think I want to be a god. Are you the same thing as you are out there? Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you? So, now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name? None of this is ever really fair for either of us, was it? What do you think of her? What she wants to be? What if we just leave?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
It's good to finally see you again. I'm sorry for all the times. I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin.
None of the server.
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And I don't want to be her, if that's what you're asking. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Which princess are you?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you. The first time we met, I literally beat you to death with my bare hands. You don't have to apologize to me.
But still, I appreciate it. And I hope you can also forgive me.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back. I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real, but I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
Are you the same as you were out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either. Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through the cabin door with you, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. What is it? It doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. I don't know what I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. Not knowing is what it means. Wait, not knowing what it means is why I want it. We know everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this.
Okay then, let's leave.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you going to be alone, okay? Thank you for everything. Are you sure you don't want to come?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling the space that used to be flooded with violence and words of noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand trembling in yours. She is unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And when she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's gonna be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you. It's something new. But whatever it is, we'll face it. Together.
Okay. So yeah, that was Slay the Princess. I'm gonna need some time to, like, actually think and process some of this. Because I'm not saying I disagree with any of the decisions I made, but, like... I think maybe I just didn't fully understand some of the answers that I gave. But yeah, I think I just need some time to actually think about this. Maybe I'll do a video on it, I don't know yet. But no, like in the end, this was really good. Like I'm I'm actually just having trouble putting like some words together about this. Shit. Our song, finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. What the fuck does the good ending mean? Yeah, just wow. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the tracks in order for the special playlist just for you. If you like the tracks, screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting A. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna save these. Check Discord. Did you DM me? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so it's way different from the ending you got. Oh, okay. And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Oh, join the Discord, join the mailing list, join the subreddit. Follow us somewhere else. Make your playlist. Does it launch Spotify? I'm actually kind of curious. It does launch Spotify. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save this. Boom. A Slay the Princess full soundtrack. Yeah, I'm gonna join the Discord mostly just to keep an eye on what they work on in the future. Or if I can find anything else they've made. There we go. Don't really want to join a mailing list because I never track this. Follow us somewhere else. Make your playlist. Play our other games. What else do they got? I'm curious. Scarlet Hallow. From the developers of Slay the Princess, return to the crumbling town a family built generations ago in a funeral for your aunt. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome. So it's still in early access. I'm going to wish list this. Because I'll probably play this once it... What I'll do real quick. Come on. There we go. Can I... Okay, I can't. Yeah, I could just do full screen, but I don't feel like doing that. But yeah, I think their next game, when it actually leaves early access, yeah, like, I'll just go ahead and, you know what, I'll do it real quick. Play our other games. That'll launch Steam, and then I can just go add source, display capture. I'll just rework this to be something you guys can actually view. So this is their other game, Scarlet Hollow. And it looks to be maybe a bit more, I don't want to say a bit more in depth, but it does seem to be a lot more like straightforward as like maybe an adventure game. But yeah, I think once this leaves early access, I'll probably give it a shot. Yeah, it definitely looks way more grounded. Like, it could take like a more supernatural twist in it. What else have they done? Okay, so yeah, episode 1. So yeah, I guess it's going to be episodic also, or it'll just be treated as episodes. But yeah, like I said, I'm definitely willing to give these guys, or this couple, or whatever, I'm definitely willing to give them a shot. With their future stuff. Like I said, like, if it's written half as good as this, then I think I'd enjoy it. But I am curious about this. So, Ops, I was kind of curious to know, did you get the Fury in yours? Like the Adversary. Because I got the tower. Because there's even still variants in the ones that I got, so. Because yeah, the Fury was literally the first one that I had unlocked and I got. And then there's the Witch, which is the one that fucking I bet money the internet loves. Yeah, it is. Like, I think this is one, like, if I play it again, it's going to be, like, a good long while before I do it again. But I think that's it for tonight, everyone. Again, Ops, thank you so much for recommending this to me. Like I said, it'd been on my list for a while, but I'm just hesitant with visual novels because they're usually, like, very hit or miss. And this is way different than even what I was expecting to go into with. But, yeah, thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for following. Thank you for the gifts. And thank you for keeping the chat alive. I will be back on here tomorrow, roughly around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll figure something. I'll be playing something new. Again, thank you for the recommendation, man. I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.